contrary to reports over the past year, the Kremlin's efforts went much further than criticizing then-candidate Hillary Clinton.
We learned that the Russians were also organizing for Bernie Sanders. We learned that in late November of 2016, they then turned their efforts to be against President Trump, that their goal was to sow discord and chaos.
The recent indictment of 13 Russian nationals demonstrates efforts to bolster the campaigns of Democrat primary challenger Bernie Sanders and Green Party candidate Jill Stein. The campaigns of Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz were also the target of disinformation attacks. And President Trump wasn't safe either, as evidence suggests bad actors were behind the promotion and organization of several anti-Trump rallies.
Now, there is no allegation in this indictment that any American was a knowing participant in this illegal activity. There is no allegation in the indictment that the charged conduct altered the outcome of the 2016 election.
Allegations of collusion between Russia and the Trump campaign have overshadowed the inadequacy of the Obama administration's response to Russian interference. In the 2012 debates, President Obama mocked Republican candidate Mitt Romney for his concerns about Russia as a geopolitical threat.
Because a few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia. Not Al-Qaeda, you said Russia. In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back.
President Obama was warned about Russian interference in 2014, well before Donald Trump announced his candidacy. But the administration failed to act, with White House officials saying they didn't think the threats were credible. The CIA again warned the administration in August of 2016, saying Russian President Vladimir Putin was directing a hacking campaign to influence public perception. The Obama administration considered retaliatory options, such as planting cyber weapons in Russian infrastructure and releasing information to embarrass Putin, but ultimately settled on light economic sanctions.
I think the Obama administration should have done a lot more when it became clear that not only was Russia intervening, but it was being directed at the highest levels of the Kremlin.
The narrative put forth by the media paints President Trump as a denier of Russian meddling. But the president has acknowledged the interference efforts throughout his presidency.
As far as hacking, I think it was Russia, but I think we also get hacked by other countries and other people.
The president has been critical of the previous administration for its handling of information that could have prevented the attack on American democracy. And despite recent allegations of political bias within the Department of Justice and the FBI, the president has stood alongside the intelligence community on the issue of Russian interference.
I believe that he feels that he and Russia did not meddle in the election. As to whether I believe it or not, I'm with our agencies.
The Trump administration is now assigned with the task of preventing similar events from occurring in the future. It looks to be doing just that, increasing cybersecurity funding by nearly 4% across the government, with significant hikes at the Department of Homeland Security and the Pentagon. Alex Salvi, One America News.
We can use your help. Call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call today.